The recent death of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny has plunged the nation into mourning and sparked renewed calls for justice and accountability. Navalny, a prominent critic of Russian President Vladimir Putin, died while serving a prison sentence in Russia, raising questions about the circumstances surrounding his death and the broader implications for democracy and human rights in the country. Navalny's death has prompted an outpouring of grief from supporters both within Russia and around the world, who mourn the loss of a courageous advocate for democracy and human rights. Despite facing relentless persecution and threats to his life, Navalny remained steadfast in his commitment to fighting corruption and injustice in Russia, earning him admiration and respect from millions. In the wake of Navalny's death, his supporters have vowed to continue his legacy and pursue the causes he championed, including the fight against authoritarianism and political repression. Navalny's death has galvanized opposition movements in Russia and inspired a new generation of activists to take up the mantle of resistance in the face of adversity. At the same time, Navalny's death has reignited concerns about the state of democracy and human rights in Russia, with many questioning the Kremlin's role in his demise and calling for a transparent investigation into the circumstances surrounding his death. The international community has also condemned Navalny's death and urged the Russian government to uphold its commitments to human rights and the rule of law. Despite the grief and mourning surrounding Navalny's death, his legacy of resilience and courage lives on in the hearts and minds of those who continue to fight for democracy and human rights in Russia. Navalny's death serves as a stark reminder of the dangers faced by political dissidents in authoritarian regimes and the importance of standing up for freedom and justice, even in the face of adversity. As Navalny's supporters mourn his passing and demand justice, they are also inspired by his example to continue the struggle for a free and democratic Russia. Navalny's death may have silenced his voice, but his legacy of resilience and courage will continue to inspire generations to come in the fight for democracy and human rights around the world.